And we're live. This is not a wood. This is two old farts complaining.
What?
Yeah. I was supposed to do tap night being canceled, whatever. So I said, yeah,
Here we are.
here we are. Two grumpy dudes. Maybe some other people in a little bit that has more sunshine in their life than our old asses.
Yeah. Ain't no sunshine where I'm at.
That's true. It hasn't been today. Go ahead.
It has been raining in Australia. So the east coast of Australia has been getting these things called rain bombs. So it's like a weather system formed, cool, dry air from the interior meets warm, moist air from the ocean, and they have little water babies.
Babies.
Yeah. Now here's the problem though. These weather systems usually have wind pushing them along their merry way, so they go from point A to point B, dumping water. No wind pushing these things around, or the weather system is actually just sitting in a spot and churning around really slowly. So it just keeps spinning the clouds around on the same area.
Damn.
It's April right now. They have had the year's rainfall in Sydney already, and it's only April. Sydney's flooding again right now. They've put out flood alerts for southern Sydney. Get to high ground. Shit's hit the fan. And lovely bit of footage yesterday. Our Prime Minister did a big boo-boo. He went to a local pub, and it's pre-election season. And, well, an old pensioner got in his face.
Yeah.
And started chewing him out. And started swearing at him. It was great. And Scott Morrison had to walk away, and you can tell by the look on his face. It's like, you want to see the true look of regret on a man's face? This is whoever suggested going to that pub last night. I guarantee you they're not working for the Prime Minister's office today. They're fired.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. I was looking at it. Hold on. Well, you go ahead and talk. I just want to.
Well, when you're an old bugger and you're feeling emboldened to start swearing at the leader of your nation while you're at the pub, you've had a gut full of his shit and their party shit.
You know, in the party. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just wanted to give you the quick rundown. Reason pensioners are so pissed off is during the pandemic, the government gave out billions of dollars to corporations that were actually making record profits already. And they shoved all this money in their fucking pocket, not needing it. Pensioners got given 3 cash payouts of $250, $250, and $750 during the whole pandemic. But the Conservatives raised the unemployment benefit rate from well and truly not enough to survive on to, they basically doubled it per fortnight every 2 weeks, which enabled people to survive, because they knew if they didn't, they were admitting that, so everyone's sort of seen what they've been doing, and they've managed to piss off just about every facet of Australian society over the last 2 years. These guys, it's great. Just everybody's pissed off at the Conservatives right now.
Yeah, I understand. Governments everywhere fucking slow. What I was going to tell you, since the last 2 weeks, we've had 49 tornadoes in my state.
The fuck? Yeah, all right. Climate change is not a thing, though.
No, 49 tornadoes. That's what I was looking up earlier, because I heard that today on my local news network, and I forgot the exact number, so I wanted to look it up and make sure, but it was 49.
I was talking to this bloke that's into science, and he mentioned something about using the term global warming is really outdated.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they don't like that. They like climate change.
Yeah, well, what's happening is there's way more energy in the atmosphere. And, 49 tornadoes there. That's a lot of energy.
Yeah, I mean, don't get it wrong. This is tornado season anyway. Around we have 2 tornado seasons. that are kind of rough. Around this time of the year and November. It's always tornadoes in November. Because of the weather change. So we always get tornadoes, but 49 in 2 weeks is a lot of fucking tornadoes.
Yeah, well, I'll give you another idea of what I mean by energy in the atmosphere. Right now, the east coast of Australia, again, being pounded by these rain bombs, but there's also 14-meter waves pounding into the south coast of New South Wales. Now, that's Hawaiian-sized surf. We don't usually get Hawaiian-sized mountains of water slamming into our coastline. And I've seen footage of these fucking waves, and they're terrifyingly big.
I would
imagine. It's like a skyscraper of water moving and then just going. And there's people's houses parked right on the beach, and they're going to lose their stuff. So if you live on the beach in Australia, sell your property and move inland, because we should all take what was that bloody lesson about the king said, right, I'm going to sit here and command the tide not to come in, and the tide just went, yeah, fuck you, king, and went,
yeah, fuck you.
Well, that's what's happening right now on the East Coast. We can ask nature really nicely not to do it. She's going to ignore us. We could put big rock retaining walls in, and she's just going to generate swells that pick up those big, massive boulders and move them like they're little tiny pebbles.
Damn. I think anytime me and you decide to do this, this is what I'm going to name it: the Talking of Grumpy People.
It's just old dudes.
Anybody just coming in, this is not a wood. It's not a wood. It's just me and Red Eye. And we may bring on other people a little bit. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about all the morbidly depressing shit that's happening in the world.
Yeah. I came across this. I made a TikTok about that while I did a reaction to it. This little chick on TikTok is playing this music in the background, and she had words on the screen, and what it said was, "I can smell my pussy."
Whoa.
And my reaction was like, why do you come publicly and say that? Why don't you like write it in your diary or some shit? You know, what the fuck? Because I seen another young girl bitching about this girl saying that. She said, my generation is so fucking ridiculous.
Oh, look, I witnessed something on TikTok the other day. There's this girl that's claiming she's got multiple personalities, and the bullshit on this chick's TikTok page. Well, turns out she got the attention of someone. People went out and started looking into this chick. Within 15 minutes, people are coming back with all this really, right, whoa. So, in a nutshell, she's raised a decent amount of money on those sorts of websites to help her. Mm-hmm. She is such a fucking fraud. Such a it's that shit. Don't ever do that in front of me, like in real life, because I will re into your face and blow out your eardrums. That shit drives me nuts. She starts talking about which personality's fronting, and she's calling her other personalities like basically sex traffickers. So from what I can understand, she sex traffics herself. And I'm guessing that she keeps mentioning a rapist, and I'm guessing that that's another one of her personalities, and she does it to herself. And she dresses, but here's the thing, she claims to be so sick and can't do anything, but if you go and look at her TikTok, the amount of effort she puts into the costumes for all of these different personalities, buys the wigs, does the makeup, does all the video editing and all of this shit, because she's one of those ones that points in the air and the blurb pops up in text, and then she'll point somewhere. That all takes time and effort. And morbidly depressed people don't sit in front of computers editing videos for hours on end, ordering costumes, sitting there doing their makeup, and producing massive amounts of content. That's not how that shit works, lady. Hello, I want a pension for fucking bipolar disorder, and I suffer from massive morbid depression. This bitch is full of shit. She's a fraud, and I'll say it to her face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I can never make a TikTok account, because all I'm going to do is go around to accounts like that, calling them fucking frauds, and I'm going to last about 2 minutes.
You got that on YouTube too, though.
Not to this extent. I've never seen any of this bullshit. It's like, you know what I've noticed? That YouTube's got a certain segment of society. BitChute is where all the crazy right-leaning fucking conspiratards have gone. Seriously, the place is full of it. It is. BitChute's a clusterfuck. I'll go there just to go.
I hear a lot about it, yeah.
Dude, I just go there and skim the titles of the videos, and you see N-bombs, you see the Jews are ruining. It's all of that shit. That's over on BitChute now. And for some reason, they tolerate it. TikTok has the exact opposite, and it's all the extreme left-leaning.
There's a lot of extreme left ones, and there's also a bunch of righties, though, on there, too, and they battle each other. I stay away from those fuckers and do my own
They're
thing.
very moderate, though, the guys over, because the extreme ones don't survive on TikTok or YouTube. They just don't.
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
they do. Yeah, the modern-day patriot, he's very extreme Republican, and he's been on there a while.
All right. When I'm saying extreme, I'm talking about the sort of person that will use an N-bomb in the title of their video on BitChute.
Oh, no, they won't do that shit. No.
Yeah, that's when I'm talking extreme. Those dudes are over on BitChute now.
Yeah, the races aren't allowed on there. Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And I'm going with an extreme. So at least TikTok's got moderation going for it, and it keeps it so moderates can have a rant and go, like moderate lefties and moderate righties can go meow and have a cat fight there. That's fine. I'm all about that.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm down with that. It's kind of I don't really follow those communities that much, even though it pops on my For You page sometimes. I don't really follow those communities much. I follow a bunch of different types so I can react to the videos. That's what it is. Yeah. So I like finding the crazies, by the way, because I can react to them. Sorry. So that's mine's goofy. I mean, I like, so I don't really, I will not, and I refuse to get any way, shape, or form political over there.
No, don't make that mistake. I'm trying to, when I talk about politics now, I like talking about American politics because I've got no skin in the game. I can give an opinion, and people in America aren't really going to give a shit what I've got to say because I'm just some crazy Australian bloke with an opinion.
It's true.
But I try and acknowledge when things are wrong on the left, and there's plenty that's wrong on the left, and there's plenty that's wrong on the right. But another thing that's just come out today, they are now, remember a bloke named Nixon, and what brought Nixon undone was 8 minutes of missing phone calls.
Yeah,
that was when they started really looking.
Oh, you talking about the January 6th shit? Yeah,
Trump has 8 fucking hours of fucking missing fucking phone tapes. Yeah, the entire fucking goddamn.
A work
insurrection.
Day. It's a work day of fucking a regular 8-hour work day full of fucking conversations going.
Yeah, full of how are we going to steal this fucking election from the actual legit winner? My goodness. So Trump's now so deep in shit. This is what
I think we got a couple of we'll watch and see in the chat room.
Oh, that's cool. Hello. It's going to be really interesting.
No, I'm talking about maybe may have to.
I'm watching. I'm just really stoked to see that Nixon got basically come unstuck because of 8 minutes worth of missing tapes. What are they going to do to Trump in 8 fucking hours? It's
it's crazy.
And what was he thinking? He's made a statement. I don't know what a burner phone is. It's like, yes, you do. You use them all the time. There's footage of you using everybody else's fucking phone on the planet but your own. You only use your phone to sit on the toilet and fucking tweet out shit. Oh, that's right. You got kicked off. So you had to make your own stupid fucking platform, which basically, someone stole your account within a few hours of that happening.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Alex Jones.
Yeah,
he's the latest. Mr. Jones hasn't been cooperating with the case, the Sandy Hook case. He hasn't been showing up to court. He hasn't given a deposition. They have got delaying tactic after delaying tactic, and the judge eventually just went, you know what, screw this. Here's what's happening. From April 1st through to April 15th, if Mr. Jones does not show up to give a deposition on April 1st, he will be fined $25,000. If he doesn't show up on April 2nd, he will be fined $50,000. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So we're now the 7th of April. So he's now had several fine increases, and I haven't heard whether he's given a deposition or not, but he's been instructed to go to the plaintiff's lawyer's office and give 2 full days of deposition, or he's going to get all of those fines. And I'm guessing the judge is going to throw his candy ass in jail at the 15th day.
Probably so.
So, yeah, there's a little update on Alex Jones's life. He really sucks at not getting in trouble.
Yeah. He sucks at it. Yeah,
He's so bad at it.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Oh.
I tell you what, though, man, it's crazy on both sides. I just sit and watch them and think, like, what the hell's wrong with you people? We need to chill the fuck out a little bit. Just laugh at shit.
Yep.
People are fucking crazy right now.
Things are quite polarized in Australia. I think, like, politically heating up. I imagine that things are going to get worse before they get better. And in France, of all places, it looks like they've got Macron, which is he's a banker, so we'll call him a bit of a lefty, just for the sake of conversation. Then you've got this other chick, I forget her name, but she leans to the right, but she's softened her stance on what she wants to do. Then you've got this dude that's basically French Trump. His plan is deport 1 million black people within 5 years. That's one of his fucking campaign platforms, is I'm going to get rid of all of these African people out of France and fucking send them back to fucking Africa. 1 million of them, 5 years. Openly says it. It's like,
Damn.
Oh shit. Oh, and here's the crazy thing. 1 in 3 people are probably going to vote for that motherfucker in France. And you know what that will cause? It's going to cause... So let's just say there's 3 main candidates and they can't get a clear winner. The top 2 candidates then go into another runoff. So there's going to be at least one fairly conservative candidate that's in with a chance of running France. And here's the real kicker. The chick that's now more moderate, she was basically running on the same platform as old mate a few years ago. So she knows she's going to take that soft stance and harden it the fuck back up and boot all those black people out too.
Yeah.
Oh, France. Good luck with that. Good luck. Oh, shit. Not good.
It's crazy.
Not good.
It's no good.
2022, and apparently we learnt nothing from the 20th century. And sorry, Dr. King.
What's
I'm
up, Gage?
Really sorry.
Gage said you was gay right now.
Yeah, well, you know, it was Gay Tuesday somewhere in the world at some point.
I think Gage is being very homophobic right now. I embrace you, Red Eye, and your sexuality.
Yeah, well, I do on Tuesdays.
I embrace all of your men friends. But yeah, I've been I see it. I see a lot of craziness on both sides. Look, I'm a left, right? Everybody knows I'm left, but some of the people, the woke crowd, like Ethan Klein, makes me want to go find him and punch him in the fucking face these days. I swear to God, he does. You know who that is, right? H3H3.
Yeah.
I don't want to beat him up.
Yeah,
he's a jerk off, dude. He's a fucking dick, man. He's attacking people for no reason. Like recently, he's starting to shit with Boogie of all people for the dumbest thing. Yes, we all know Boogie's a fence rider, but Boogie's a known fence rider. So fucking what? And you know, Ethan was in the hospital or something. Boogie made a tweet like, A lot of people don't like this guy, but I hope he, his health gets better or whatever. And Ethan gets mad at that. And I'm like, what he said, he was wishing you well. Yeah, he might have started it out with it. A lot of people don't like this guy, but that's a soft post, man. And you getting pissed off and shit like that, it's just irritating. And Ethan right now is like, if you're slightly right, he fucking tries to attack you.
Yeah. Well, woke folks can fuck off. I'm sick of it. Sick of all the bullshit.
Really fuck off. I'm sick.
And the extreme right, that side of it, they can fuck right off too.
That's the thing, man. If we could get these extremists on both sides to shut the fuck up, maybe we can figure things out.
Yeah, I'm just sitting in the center. Every time I take one of those political spectrum things, I am fucking kind of in the center, down the back.
Yeah,
and that's where I've always been. There are certain issues that I think are important.
Yep.
Equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome. That's one of the big things I like that concept. I don't think equality of outcome is a way to achieve equality. That's because you're basically discriminating against someone to achieve the goal. That's fucking stupid. Makes no fucking sense to me, but I'm crazy. Equality of opportunity means at least everybody gets a crack at something. And also with this system, you end up with, let's just say I want to jump on an airplane and fly to America. Mm-hmm. I want the best qualified pilots flying the planes that I'm getting on. I don't want someone that got in and got the job that barely scraped by adequately as a pilot just because of a gender quota. Fuck that noise. When I go to the doctor, I want the best qualified doctors that I can get. I don't want someone's there because of a gender quota. Yeah. Same with just about any profession that I can think of. Do you want the best qualified people offering their services, or do you want someone that just scraped by minimum spec and got in because gender quota? Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like equality of opportunity, give everyone a crack at it, and things. So then people can kind of do what they want to do if they've got an opportunity, and they can choose their path in life.
Makes fucking sense, right?
Well, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's kind of like the girls that used to do the podium girls for F1. They made a choice to get into that career, and it was a very good career to get into for them because it opened a lot of doors, modelling. Then you had the feminists come in. Guess what? There are no more of F1 podium girls. Killed off, and well done, feminists. You just basically blew it for a bunch of your sisters who had pretty cool jobs flying around the world, hanging out with F1 drivers at different events. Yay, feminism. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful.
Yeah, I get irritated. I understand that people are frustrated and they are woke and they're tired of hate. I get that. But when you start hating people because you're tired of hate and you start using tactics of hate to stop hate, then it's counterproductive and it don't make no fucking sense.
You got to tolerate some shit that you don't like. That's one of the big lessons that I'm working on really hard. Is you got to learn to tolerate some shit that you don't like.
Yep.
And there's a cutoff point. It's like, for instance, when you get a hostile force invading your nation, and you got the right to reply at that point. So if you're a Ukrainian, I understand that you might want to do some shit, but.
Yeah.
Who will I use? I'll use G-Man as an example here. G-Man has said some abhorrent shit just about people that don't believe in God. You were sitting in the hangout. I've seen your reaction to when he said what he thinks should happen to homosexuals and stuff, throwing off roofs, that sort of shit, right? Yeah. I will tolerate G-Man's existence, and I will even support his right to get onto a platform and to risk his channel's existence by saying abhorrent, disgusting fucking shit like that. I don't want to raise a hand in anger to the guy. I definitely would like to have a talk to him one day in private. Just go, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Because I've heard you talk about wrestling like a normal human being.
Yeah.
And I have heard him talk with Rev, and they sounded like two normal dudes talking about wrestling. And I'm like, is this the same insane zealot?
Yeah, it's weird because a few years back, it's been a while now. It's been like probably 4 or 5 years ago. I had a conversation and a hangout with G-Man one time about football. And it was normal. It was like, okay, I mean, he was talking, it was all about football, nothing. But like the next day, religion got brought up. And
yep,
ignorance.
And so I'm learning to tolerate G-Man and all of the insane shit that he says. Yeah. But it's also hit a cutoff point now where he's threatening to dox him and physical violence. Yeah. Well, there's the cutoff point where I can't support that anymore. So you tolerate a certain amount, but you also got to realize that there's a cutoff point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we all got to tolerate a bit more bullshit from stuff that we might not find tasteful, and learn to live with it, because it makes life better. Get a thicker skin. We all need to get thicker skins. I am so guilty of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. I mean, we do need to. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, you're offended. So fucking what? I mean, so what? I hate that you get offended, but what are we? The world can't stop because you're offended. I mean, and that's what people want. You can't make rules up just because you get offended. You can't attack somebody physically, Will Smith, because you get offended. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, that's a really good example of just taking it 5 steps too far.
Yeah, and now he's like, I mean, that was a mistake because he was supposed to. Okay, him. I don't know if you knew this, but him and Kevin Hart was supposed to be doing the remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Well, now they've pulled out of that on him. Bad Boys for Life has pulled out. He's losing jobs, and Netflix and Sony had deals with him, and they've pulled it from him for now. Because right now he's a pariah, or whatever it's called.
Yep, he's fucking.
He fucked himself, and the crazy thing about that, he fucked himself on the biggest night of his fucking career.
Yep. He pulled out a fucking double barrel shotgun, put 2 fucking solid rounds in a solid round in each barrel.
Yeah.
Cocked the left one, pointed at his left foot, pulled the trigger, and fucking pulled the right one, put it in right. He blew off both of his feet. And
and this is like, dude, it's the biggest night of his career, and he could have got him so many more. And it's just like, how can you be such an idiot? I mean, really, how can you be such an idiot?
Well, it's now looking pretty legit. I have to go back and say, well, it's looking like my gut feeling was mistaken. He actually did do this, and it was a spur of the moment flip out, and he's paying a heavy fucking price now. And here's the other thing too: Chris Rock's going to make bank. The comedy tour that he tells that story is going to be fucking sold the fuck out.
Yeah.
And tickets will be no less than $100 a pop, I'm betting. And they will be sold. They will be sold by scalpers for several $100s a fucking pop.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make a lot of money off this. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, it's like I said that, for the day after, a lot of people was kind of defending Will, but I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, y'all wait, the comedians are finna go hard on this motherfucker because he fucked with one of their own.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening. The comedians are ripping them apart, boy.
Yeah. One other thing I hope people notice is every motherfucker that stood up and gave Will Smith a round of applause is a piece of shit.
Yep.
He's a spineless fucking coward that didn't want to call him out on shitty behavior. Fuck all of those.
And
fucking
Tom
Hollywood
Segura,
clowns.
the comedian Tom Segura said that. He said, I'm going after all you motherfuckers. The one that sat there and did not condemn Will for doing what he did. And you know, because the man was simply doing his job. And it was a light joke. It wasn't even a harsh joke. And they try and then you got all these fucking, you know, people that are idiots saying, she's got alopecia. Just about. I've got alopecia. I mean, alopecia is nothing. It's balding. That's it. It's balding.
And she's, you know, been seen publicly stating that she was, you know, proud and she had no problem with it. And like the whole thing was, you could see Will Smith's balls being placed into that woman's purse live during that process. That because here's what happens. Chris Rock goes, G.I. Jane. Will Smith's brain goes,
yeah, he laughs.
And then he swings around and looks at his missy and goes, oh, fuck.
She's pissed.
Uh-oh. And then his brain goes into panic mode because he just realized that look, I've seen that look before, and I didn't get laid for 3 months the last time I saw that fucking look, and I had to sleep on a couch down in the study. It was very uncomfortable. The silence for 3 months in my house was bone-chillingly terrifying. Fuck this shit. You're going to have to get up and do something pretty fucking crazy to counteract all of that shit that's just gone in his head. And so he's walked up and gone. And it's like, oh, that was not the best fucking maneuver. And then this, keep my motherfucker wife, motherfucker man.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's like, how can you fuck up when you're there? It's just so crazy.
He's one of the most powerful fucking players in Hollywood, and he just basically took a big, massive shit.
And it was becoming more powerful that night. That's what's crazy about it. Because, I mean, because everybody knew he was going to win. Everybody knew that, right? So they were there, and it was all about him, really. And then, yeah, it's just horse shit.
And here's the best bit. This is just the delicious irony on top of it all. And this is just my perception of things. For the last few years, Hollywood's begun about identity politics and
yes,
you know, Asian people should be playing Asian roles. And all right, so what happens? They give to African Americans one of the just huge roles in this fucking show, and one of them does an exemplary job. Chris Rock nails it, like does the job well, and then Will Smith comes up and just goes full fucking ghetto.
It's just, I don't know what Will was thinking. I mean, it was just so fun. I mean, I don't want the man canceled, and the one thing I did see on a couple of times that I don't like is people going after, you know, the kids over it. They can't help what their parents do, even though that one little Jalen does give him a nerves.
He threw his hat in the ring. So he's now, if the comment,
if it was about that,
he is now. He's a legit target because he's come on into the public arena and gone, this is how we
do, yeah.
It's like, oh, right, so your family does domestic violence. Is that right, you little shit? Fuck you. Clarify your statement quickly, kid, before the fucking world comes crashing down around you. And don't say it can't happen, young man, because look at your father's career right now. It's teetering on the brink of fucking nothing.
Yeah, and that's what, so, like I said, this dude's I've never seen anybody just sink themselves so fucking bad. It was so horrible, dude. It's like, fuck, man.
I commit acts of self-sabotage quite regularly because of bipolar disorder. I'm an idiot. But to do it on that grand scale, like, this would be me getting the stage somewhere at like the UN and just walking in there and having a fucking tizzy about fucking chocolate milk. Just what the fucking fuck? Talk about blowing one of the best opportunities you'll ever be given. But hey, at least it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Yeah. Water-headed situation. What are you talking about, agent? Ain't nobody water-headed here. Who is the grumpies? We are.
Yeah.
Greg.
Eh.
And
Get
your
off my
mom.
fucking lawn. God damn it.
Yeah, off the lawn.
Take your stereo with you, that damn rock and roll music. Kids these days, Jesus.
Fucking bitches.
Get a haircut and get a real job. Yes.
That's right. Whatever you said.
It's George Thorogood, John. I do believe George Thorogood sung that one. Get a haircut and get a real job.
Yeah.
That's what the youth needs today. Is we all need to go to a George Thorogood concert and just drink lots of fucking bourbon and just rock the fuck out for a night. Just everybody. It's like, leave your fucking political affiliations at the door. Everybody here, you can drink bourbon, scotch, or beer, and we're here to rock out with George Thorogood. And then we'll just do that.
We'll catch AIDS.
Yeah. Have a big...
If you're going to catch AIDS, you need to catch AIDS with friends. That's all I'm saying.
If you're going to catch AIDS, you may as well catch AIDS at a George Thorogood concert.
Yeah, look at my lips. It looks like I got lipstick on because I'm drinking this red shit.
Ooh, my delivery could be here. Back in a second.
All right, buddy. No pants at August. I'm not wearing pants, August. I don't believe in pants. Pants is a sin. By God. By God. I ain't wearing drawers either. I'm free balling it. I'm a nut out in the air, baby. Nuts in the air. Like you don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You gotta throw your balls everywhere like you just don't care. No pants in hell. Yeah. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Gregory, Gregamy, Greggy Poo.
It was not my delivery. God damn it. Oh, hello there.
What the fuck?
We got a bot.
We got a bot. Damn, it's a spammy bot too.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly take the time to report those ones.
But they're naked in HD, man. It's naked HD, high definition titties, Red Eye.
Well, you know, they should have DM'd me with some shit so I could have vetted them.
Yeah.
If it was good porn, we would have allowed the fucking message to stay. But they didn't fucking offer us a freebie. Why are we going to help them?
Yeah, man. I don't know.
The hell?
Yeah. You got to give to get, you know.
Yeah, you scratch my back on the walls and I'll let your porn links stay in the chat. That's how this has worked, but they didn't want to do that, did they? They're not team players.
Yeah, there's no we in team. There's a me in team. I like Jordan's. One time they said, Coach told Michael Jordan, he said, there's no I in team. He said, yeah, but there is in win. I love that.
What can you say back to a dude like that actually can win a basketball game by himself? Yeah. As the coach would say, shut up, Michael. Don't know what you're talking about. Or you just like go, damn, I just got bitch slapped. Fuck it. Fuck
I thought that was awesome. But ain't no IT, yeah, but there's a me, bitch. Shut up. And Michael was the reason they won. But
yeah. He had a that team was made up of some really talented players.
Oh, they had a lot of talented players.
Yeah, there was the Aussie. There was several dudes on the roster that helped make Jordan look like fucking that good. He had help. Now he's still that good. He is that good, but he also had some top tier fucking players.
He did
as his fucking backup. So when you're one of the best players in the world being backed up by some of the other best players in the actual world, the quality of basketball that you will produce will be second to fucking none. And I think you can look at that era of basketball and look at that team and go, look at some of the fucking plays those motherfuckers did. They just run around the other team, run the circles around them.
Oh, they had a great team.
Yeah, the tactics and the way that they executed.
Well, that whole era of the league itself had like amazing players back then. You know, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Stockton. There was a lot of really, really good players in that era. And you know, it's basketball is one of the few sports where I believe that the players didn't get better than the older school. Like football, right? The new players are probably better than the old school players. Baseball, same way, whatever. But basketball, you can't tell me these boys today is as good as like Jordan and Barkley and Magic and Bird and all them. No, I mean it's just not. Other sports, yes, basketball's different.
Yeah, basketball's a weird one because the talent pool is a lot wide. Like there's Australians over in the NBA playing right now. One of them's just been traded off to another team because he's not having a good time with the poor bugger. I hope he comes good and finds a team where he can have a career. Because you can earn a lot of fucking money in sports. Like compared to a career in Australia, a couple of years in America can equate to a full career in Australia monetarily. Mm-hmm. And if you get a really good contract and you're a really good player, you start looking at amounts of money that will blow your fucking mind. That'll keep you playing football longer than you probably, or whatever sport it is that you keep you in the game longer than you should be. But yeah, I would agree that that era of basketball, Jordan, Barkley, and the rest of them, that was a pretty special fucking time.
It was. It
was a perfect storm of a lot of talent being put in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it was. It was different. And, yeah, I mean, I was one of the great basketball players of our time.
Yeah, and I remember when I was a kid, the biggest name in basketball was the fucking Harlem Globetrotters. And that showed the live shows that they used to do. That was some cool shit. That raised awareness of a lot of stuff for, like, I learned what Harlem was and I learned about basketball. And they had their cartoon. I used to watch that cartoon when I was a kid.
I saw the Harlem Globetrotters when I was a kid.
Yeah, that live show, all the trick shots is just and all of just the tomfoolery and mucking around. It's a really good show.
Yeah, it's funny. They got another called the Harlem something. There's another team that's like them. It's called the Harlem something. They're pretty good too.
Yeah, the ball skills on display there is pretty fun. It's something that you take your kids to see if they get inspired to play fucking basketball. Yeah, that's the thing. They made that sport actually fun. I remember wanting to go. I got a basketball and I used to muck around with my friends playing basketball for a while. I was fucking horrible at it. I'm tall enough, but I'm apparently trying to put that fucking ball through that stupid hoops a little bit harder than it looks. Especially when your idiot mates are trying to thump the ball out of your hand like a fucking bunch of yobbo dickheads.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, the Harlem Globetrotters. That's what we're talking about.
We had a variation.
Go ahead.
We had a variation of basketball called murder ball. And basically the game was instead of a basketball, it was a tennis ball, but you're on a basketball court and you had to throw the tennis ball and hit the backboard.
Oh, yeah.
And either catch it on the full or after a bounce. There was all of these really shitty rules, and if you muffed one of the rules up, you had to run from where you were to the baseline of the basket that you were throwing at. And on the way there, everybody was free to throw punches at you. Hence the name Murder Ball. Yeah. And we used to go and play this thing voluntarily. There'd be 50 of us on this fucking basketball court. And the poor sod that tried to take a catch on the full up the back and muff it, he'd have to run the whole length of the basketball court getting punched by everybody. Welcome to Murder Ball in Australia. This is played at school. Murder Ball.
We had variations of it, and yeah.
Yeah,
we were
basically run the gauntlet. You have to run the gauntlet if you fuck it up. That's what it is. It's just running a gauntlet of kids. Very stupid, very cruel, and violent, apparently.
We got some tennis courts not too far from my house, right down the road. And I was walking around the other day and walking there, watching these young kids in there playing tennis. Boy, I tell you what, they almost gave me a heart attack just watching them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, how about it? The motherfuckers just running. I'm like, yeah. I need to kick y'all little asses. Pissing me off.
My knees would dislocate. And I'd literally fall apart. There'd just be a spread of like meat and bones on the fucking basketball court. I'd be smeared out like a stain. As I was running for the ball, my body would just like collapse and just fall to pieces.
Yeah, my butthole would fall off probably.
Yeah, half of my stuff would probably fall out of my arsehole.
I would be there to eat it.
Oh, that's quite a gruesome and
it was disgusting. Red Eye, you're disgusting.
And this is the part of the show where Red Eye regrets clicking on the link and going live. Usually takes about half an hour, and here we are.
Yeah. Well, we're 47 minutes.
Yeah. I'm
right on clock time. I know what I'm doing.
He's a professional.
I'm a professional fucker. Yeah. I'm goddamn professional, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, damn son of a bitch. Get off.
What are you oohing about, Greg? Have you ever ate the innards of a man? No, then you can't say ooh. It may be delicious. You don't know. You can't say ooh to something you never had. So if you've never ate the guts out of a man's asshole, then you wouldn't know. You can't say ooh. Right, Red Eye?
That's correct. Wait, what am I agreeing to? Oh, see? No.
Yeah.
This is what regret feels like. Yay.
Yeah, you go, fuck right the fuck off.
All right. So here's the latest from Australia. So the other day, our state premier has approached the federal government for a funding deal. $741 million funding package. Our state government was to pay 50%, and we wanted the feds to pay 50% because of all the massive amounts of flooding and actual entire town central business districts being fucking wiped from the face of the planet. Mm-hmm. The Prime Minister turns around and went, no, we're not helping with that. That's a state problem. 3 days later, well, guess what? PM says Queensland government's playing politics on flood relief as he agrees to the $741 million deal. You've got this massive federal flood relief package that you haven't been giving anyone any fucking money out of, Scott. And now you're going to try and paint our premier as an asshole because she's asking you for help? Fuck you, you conservative cocksucker. Oh, I hate that fucking man. This is the Prime Minister. Is when we were burnt. Remember 2 years ago, all the bushfires, the whole East Coast basically turned into a fucking firestorm. Where was this dickhead? I'll tell you where that dickhead was. That dickhead was sitting on a beach in Hawaii, right? And you know why he came home? Because the outrage was so much. Even his own family turned around. Apparently his fucking missus went, why are you still here? Go home, idiot. And he flew back to Australia after he was basically chastised by his own fucking family. That's how shit he is. So that's genuine outrage, by the way. This man is a fucking terrible prime minister. Under his watch, we've now got koalas as an endangered species. Congratulations, mate. Conservative fucking politics. Here's the big problem. In New South Wales, the Liberal Party, it's perfectly okay to be a real estate agent or a land developer and become a member of Parliament and then change the laws so it's easy for your company to go in and do what they want to do with the block of land. The Labor Party took steps and said if you're a land developer or a real estate developer, a real estate agent or a land developer, you can't join our party unless you stop doing that as a profession. Liberals, they went, nah, we're not doing that. That's why you've got Sydney as one of the most expensive places on the planet to buy real estate, because of those fucking pricks. Oh, August, I will beat you up. Koalas are not delicious. Anything that eats gum leaves as a primary source of food is going to taste fucking disgusting, I promise you.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Maybe.
there's a reason they're not on the list of things to eat by Aboriginals. I've never heard of an Aboriginal person eating a koala. So I'm pretty sure someone did back in history and went, oh, these are fucking horrible. Fuck this shit. Same with emus.
Yeah. Hey, I've eaten some emu stew. It's pretty good. I have never eaten emu stew.
Well, I've got a recipe for emu. So what you do is you get yourself an emu, and then in Australia we've got what's called blue metal or bluestone. It's just basically the gravel that you put in road base. You get a bucket of that. Throw a bucket of that, or fill up your pan full of bluestone, then get your emu, throw that in there as well, cook it up till the emu's ready, then you get the emu, throw it over your fucking shoulder, grab a handful of rocks and start eating that because it's going to taste better. That's the recipe for roasted emu.
Well, good guy.
Yeah, so there's a reason some critters aren't on the menu, whereas goannas and those monitor lizards, they're apparently pretty decent. Pythons, like carpet snakes, are apparently a hell of a lot like chicken.
I like chicken.
Yeah. That's what I've been told.
I like fucking chickens.
I remember a dude that helped. He was a labourer building a house my dad built. And he'd just camp in the bush with his dog. And one night he was walking home from work and he saw a python. He just donked it on the head, took it home, gutted it and cooked it. He said they're freaking delicious. I actually wouldn't mind trying snake, but
I know a lot of people have. I don't think I've ever eaten snake. I'm not sure. Maybe I have. Hell, I don't know. But I've eaten gator.
Yeah, I haven't. I've eaten goat. Goat's just
goat. Yeah, goat. I eat goat too. Gator, alligator, goat, shark. I eat shark meat.
Flake I've been eating that for years. But if I was to get a goat prepared right and cook it up and get it roasted and serve it up like it was roast lamb, a hell of a lot of people wouldn't be able to tell the difference if they haven't eaten a lot of goat.
Yeah.
Because I've probably told this story before, but we used to have Angora goats, and there was a troublemaking one that used to piss my dad off, and, well, it disappeared one day. And that night, we had fresh roast lamb, except it wasn't lamb.
Yeah.
It was the goat, and that goat was one of my pet ones.
Yeah, I remember you did tell me that before.
And my dad, my dad was a cruel, sadistic motherfucker because he took great pleasure in telling not only me, but my mum's mum, my nana, was there, and she was instantly sick. Like, she freaked out and was like, "Oh my God, I've been poisoned." It's like, no, calm down. There's plenty of people that've been eating goat for a while now. It's pretty safe. It's all good. But the idea of eating my pet, I was so angry at my dad for fucking several months.
Yeah. I would be too. I mean, it's fucked up.
Well, I can sort of look back and go, that's a seriously sick sense of humour there,
Yeah,
you
it's kind of
old
twisted.
fucker. Oh, kinda. Very twisted.
I remember that time that happened to me when they told me I was eating my cousin.
It did teach me a valuable lesson, though. Some of your pets are delicious.
Yeah, I imagine. They say, some people say dog's good. I don't know. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat a dog.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I've eaten horse, and I know actually, here's the thing. If you were alive in the 1970s and you were living in America, there is a very, 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 very good chance that you consumed some horse meat thinking it was cow and it was imported from Australia. Now, here's why. There was an abattoir, and this abattoir may have been run by some less than law-abiding people at the time.
Yeah.
And that abattoir may have been cutting some corners. And that abattoir may have been going, cow, horse. No, that was a cow. Cow, horse. No, that was a cow. Cow, horse. That was a cow. Cow, horse. Oh, no. And every now and then, some horse meat would end up in with the beef and meat. Yeah. And that was sold to companies that made meat pies in Australia and also exported it to America for a while, I do believe.
Damn.
Yeah, and Agent 006 is right. We ate horses before cows. We've been eating horse meat for a long time.
Yeah.
It's now,
that's not unusual. Well, it is now. It's more unusual. Back in the day, it really wasn't.
When before motor vehicles, you got hungry and there was a horse that was, a little bit getting on a bit, or just you were hungry enough, that horse was food.
Yeah.
But then, cattle came and motor vehicles came and we stopped using horses as much.
Yeah, we started eating them more now that we didn't need them as much.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the latest reports from the flooding down in Sydney. It's kind of crazy seeing the capital city of New South Wales. Like, there are residential streets that look like fucking rivers right now with cars floating down them. And this is in the middle of a massive urban sprawl. Like, Sydney's not a small place. It's a fucking big city.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it is being dick punched right now. Yeah, the government's basically said if you're on high ground, stay there. Don't go out. Don't try and drive anywhere. It's just...
Yeah, people don't need driving that shit, man.
Fuck, they are evacuating suburbs now. Evacuation warning for Camden. Evacuation order issued for Bonnet Bay. Wanora must evacuate. Fucking hell.
Damn. That's crazy, though. Well, shit. I guess we're going to go here in just a minute. We did an hour. I'm starting to regretting talking right after an hour. No, I love it right out. But I am noticing that I need to do something. So I got to take care of something. But hey, it's been fun right now. Bitching and fussing.
Always a pleasure to hang out, man.
Yeah.
We should do it more often.
We're going to start doing it. Yeah, we should do that. We should do it at least once a week. And probably do it longer next time. But an hour is pretty good, though.
The Grumpy Old Podcast. We'll come up with a name and we'll bitch about how things were better back in the 20th century.
Because it was.
We'll come up with some premise and find something to bitch about for your entertainment, folks. There you go.
Or for ours, mainly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely for ours, too.
Yeah, it's mostly for us. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow on the wood.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.